And good morning, everybody. Good to be with you this morning. I'm Danielle Knox. Welcome to The Balancing Act. All right, ladies, have you been hiding your legs? Well, today we'll learn more about those annoying varicose veins and new ways to treat them. And impress your friends with delicious and healthy appetizers, health, cuisine, and more. All this today on The Balancing Act. Well, if you suffer from varicose veins, you know exactly how uncomfortable they make you feel, both physically and emotionally. The treatments that have been offered for years, such as vein stripping, are rather gruesome, and so maybe you've decided just to hide your pretty legs behind a pair of pants instead. Well, good news, ladies. I am here with General Vascular Surgeon Dr. Bassam Syed, Margaret Cromaldi, nurse practitioner, and the lovely Mrs. Eleanor Oker, a patient of a new treatment for varicose veins called venous closure, which is minimally invasive and can have you on your feet, confident and pain-free the very next day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with me. And you know, Dr. Syed, here's the interesting thing. I think a lot of people just have some basic questions. What are varicose veins? What are the treatments? Is it inherited?
Okay. Varicose veins are veins that became swollen because of the blood backing up inside them, and that backed up blood caused them to bulge, give the patient pain because of the increased venous pressure, and at a later stage can cause skin breaks and what we call ulcers of the ankle, that it might end up to be an infection in the bone. It could be inherited. Other reasons for it could be a long-standing position we assume during the day in certain professions. Pregnancy sometimes can speed up their appearance in women.
Yes, and you know, that's what happened to me during pregnancy, is when I got my one and only varicose vein, and I was just a little bit embarrassed about having anything done about it because I felt like it's just a cosmetic thing, I can live with it. But one of the things that we all were talking about is that women do it for cosmetic reasons, but at the same time there could be some medical necessities for doing it as well. Let's talk about the cosmetic. And women who come to you, what do they say and how do you help them?
Well, that's the unique aspect about our practice, that my role as a nurse practitioner, I can address the aesthetic concerns of the patient. They can go and show me what areas are more concerning for them. We can use a mirror or a camera, and then I can get a one-on-one and decide what different options we have for them. And
I know, Eleanor, with you, it really was a medical concern, not a cosmetic concern. Yes. Talk to me a little bit about that. You were having a lot of pain?
I did have pain, especially at night when I went to bed. And then I went to see Dr. Syed, and he explained to me what this procedure was like, and made me very comfortable. And it was quick, and it was not painful at all. And I drove myself to the office, I drove myself home. So the next day, it was like I had nothing done with my leg.
Wow.
So
what treatment did you use, Dr. Syed?
The treatment we use now is a catheter-based treatment. One of them is called venous closure catheter, which is very good, uses radio frequency in what we call getting rid of those veins by ablating it. And it's very painless treatment, very quick, very satisfactory. You get permanent results as far as getting rid of the veins. And also you can see results within 6 to 8 weeks that will make you very happy.
You know, I think there's probably a lot of fear because of what we talked about, the initial stripping procedure that was done before. Eleanor, what kind of advice would you give to women who might be hesitant about having this done?
They should not hesitate to do it because the results are wonderful, and they just shouldn't wait even. That way they can put their slacks and their blue jeans back in the closet. Absolutely.
Well, Dr. Syed, if people want more information about the venous closure system, where can they find that?
I would think the best place would be the venous site on the internet. It's vnus.com. And that's a very nice site that will give them a very comprehensive view of the procedure.
Well, thank you so much, Eleanor, Dr.
My
Syed,
pleasure.
Margaret. We appreciate you being with us
My
this
pleasure.
morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And coming up next on The Balancing Act, do you have a mechanic in your glove box? If not, you should. More on that up next. Well, I don't have to tell you this out there. We are all feeling the crunch of high gas prices, so we don't want car repairs to take more money out of our wallets. And here's an interesting statistic. 10% of all vehicles on the roadways right now have a check engine light on. So what if there was an easy way to find out what the problem is without the worry and hassle of dropping your car off at the local mechanics? Well, now there is. And here to tell us more about it is Kristen Brokoff, Marketing Manager for CarMD.com. Kristen, thank you so much for being with us.
Hi, thank you.
And here's the thing, a lot of folks out there use their cars for everything, for work, for school, for errands. And so a lot of folks don't want to check that check engine light when it comes on. What do most people tend to do? Are they like me and they just ignore it?
No, they're like me, they panic.
Okay.
It's scary. Do you call a tow truck? How long can you ignore it? How much is it going to cost? And actually, 50% are ignoring that check engine light for over 3 months. You should not be doing this. At a minimum,
3 months.
3 months. And at a minimum, it's hurting the environment and it's costing you at the pump, but it can also be something very serious, like a full engine failure or a catalytic converter. And with CarMD, it's literally like having a little mechanic in your glove compartment. You can actually diagnose it yourself.
Well, a lot of folks, including myself, do a lot of day trips now that the kids are home from school. And so if I were to use the CarMD and plug it in and find out there's an issue, how do I go about diagnosing the problem myself? Or can I diagnose the problem myself?
Absolutely, you can. You can actually diagnose the problem on any 1996 and newer car, light truck, SUV, and minivan. And you can actually use it before a road trip. I do it before I strap the kids in for a long trip. CarMD can actually catch a problem before it triggers that check engine light on. And then if it does have a problem, you can actually diagnose the problem and really, without being at the mercy of your mechanic.
Well, I'm going to raise my hand right here and say I'm a technophobe. So for someone like me, how easy is this to use?
It's so easy. I'm a technophobe also.
Okay.
But actually, you can use it from the comfort and safety of your car's front seat, and you don't need any automotive experience whatsoever. You plug this handy tool into a little hidden port, which is the same place that your mechanic plugs in a tool. You turn the ignition, you don't have to drive the car, you wait for a couple beeps, and it's going to give you a green, yellow, or a red light. The green is going to give you peace of mind. Buy that used car, feel good about it, and feel good about that road trip.
How do I use and understand the information when I get it? Because we know the green light means you're good to go, whether you're buying a used car or you're checking out your own car. What if you get a yellow or a red light? How do you go about processing the information you get?
It's so easy, and that's really the true value that CarMD brings. We have a database that's been under development for over 11 years. We've got technicians across the country who are updating it. You plug the tail end of the tool into your USB cable that comes with it, and you basically can, from your home PC, run a diagnostic report that's going to give you estimated repair costs, most likely fixed. So you really have a bargaining tool with your mechanic, and we actually have folks from across the country who have saved money. One gentleman even saved $1,400.
Wow. Yeah, and for me, I know a lot of men and women out there who would definitely benefit from something like this. And I have a lot of birthdays coming up as well. So where can I go and other folks go to find out more information?
Well, you can get more information at CarMD.com. And you're right, it is a great gift, especially for the kids that are going back to college. It is giving you peace of mind when you're sending that loved one away for the very first time.
All right, sounds good. Kristen Brokoff, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome back. Danielle and I are joined today by our favorite nutritionist, Dr. Janet Brill. Hi, Dr. Janet.
Hi,
how
Dr.
are you?
Janet.
And
Good
one
to
of our
see you.
favorite producers, Valentina.
Yay, Valentina.
I guess you heard that there was going to be food on the set today.
That's right.
She's not moving from
We
that
are
spot.
enjoying a table full of delicious hors d'oeuvres. The good folks from Rye Crisp, who've been around for about, 100 years, wanted to give us a tasting of their Northern Rye Crispy Crackers.
Yeah, you know what? I'm so glad they did this because this has really inspired all of us to explore some delicious and healthy appetizers. appetizer recipes.
That's for sure. They are definitely nutritionist approved, full of all kinds of good things.
And they look so great.
And they do. Aren't they beautiful?
Well, and you know what? I'm running out of appetizer ideas for my friends, so it's time to drop the tortilla chips and get some good nutrition.
The Chex Mix I had at her house last week is just not working.
It's not cutting it.
No.
But I think women, they want to be able to make healthy, nutritious, and delicious appetizers at home.
Well, what's interesting is that you're promoting appetizers, because I always thought that's a way to fill up on bad stuff before the good meal comes. But
But it doesn't have to be bad stuff. It can be really healthy, good, low-calorie stuff, and that would be with rye crisps. And all of them come with quite a bit of fiber, 2 to 3 grams of fiber per serving, which is 2 crackers. So if you eat 4 crackers, you're going to get in about 25% of your total daily fiber requirement, which is quite a bit.
Close to a quarter of your needs.
And all that for just 60 calories for 2
We also
crackers.
like to have a cosmopolitan.
It is 5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness.
Thank you. What a treat.
It's a nice little surprise.
It's a great surprise. We like this.
Okay,
And
so we know that this may not be so good for us, but why is fiber good for us, Janet?
Well, actually, Americans need to bump up their fiber intake because we just don't get enough, and it's good for your digestive system, it's good for preventing heart disease, but not only that, it's good for weight control. The best thing that you could do is eat a high-fiber diet because it fills you up.
You know what I like about this, though, is that your guests really won't necessarily know they're eating healthy. You can impress them. You can put this out there, impress them. Everybody's eating healthy, and you've got some great stuff as well.
Okay, I've got the natural rye crisp crackers, and what did we put on here?
Well, I believe there's cranberries,
which is
great. Okay, already start off. Go ahead.
Cranberries,
Again,
brie
cranberries,
cheese.
brie cheese, and I think there's some pistachio nuts. Nuts are a real healthy snack.
Crunchy.
Crunchy. Gotta have the crunch. Uh-oh, we've got something else coming in here.
Look at this.
Those are the multigrain, right?
This is a new one, the Rye Crisp Multigrain. And what's on this one? Do we know? This looks
Yes,
great.
I think that's red cabbage and a cruciferous vegetable, which is anti-cancer. Very, very good. But one thing you need to know about these new, the new multigrain is that they have an extra gram of whole grain. So instead of 12, they have 13 grams per serving, which is a lot.
Wow.
And that's really excellent. Just 2 crackers.
I know you didn't write down every one of those recipes. You can always go to thebalancingact.com and get these great recipe ideas, rye crisp crackers, along with lots of other good healthy recipes. And ladies, you're going to help me finish these off, right?
Without a doubt.
All right. Thanks again for being with us, Dr. Janet Brill. And Valentina, what a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Valentina.
Not a chore anymore. Coming up, we have an easier way to wash Fido. Stay tuned.
If you are a pet owner, I know you love your dog, your cat, your horse, then you probably don't mind taking care of them because you got that special bond, right? Well, bathing them on a regular basis can be a little bit of a chore, a little frustrating, a little time consuming, right, Danielle?
A little bit expensive as well. Well, today we have a simple, earth-friendly solution for that necessary chore. And here to tell us all about her experience is dog and horse owner Lauren Martinez. Hi, Lauren.
Hi,
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
This is such a wonderful little thing. Tell us about this sponge.
Well, I discovered Uncle Norman's Pet Sponge. It's a 5-in-1 bath sponge. It's got shampoo built in, coat conditioner, odor inhibitor, and also these awesome massage bumps.
Love the massage bumps.
Yeah, to relax your pet while you're bathing them.
Let me see this thing. Okay,
We
this
need
just
to be
seems like a
relaxed. Let's
sponge,
see.
right? I need to be relaxed. Oh my, okay, so it has no scent, and you're telling me in here is shampoo, coat conditioner, and odor inhibitor, and how many times can you use it?
Well, the greatest thing about this product is that you can use it up to 8 washes per sponge.
No way!
Yes. Also comes with this drying chamois.
Oh, I
to
love these
dry-
high-tech
the
things.
chamois, yeah.
You dry off your pet with
This
that.
this can probably dry a whole dog, right?
Yes, yes, it can.
Now, what about dogs with the long coats?
Oh, I have a golden retriever, and it works perfect.
It's great. You know, one of the things I know we've talked about this, Wendy, is that we're concerned with what we put on our bodies in terms of preservatives and parabens and that kind of thing. What does this sponge have in it, or better yet, what doesn't it have in it?
Well, it's a patented high-tech delivery system. Has no perfume, paraben-free.
Oh, great.
It's recyclable. It inhibits bacteria growth.
Oh, so it doesn't become a stinky, mildewy sponge later?
It's not like any regular sponge. So it would not smell. It's very fun to use. All you have to do, you soak and squeeze with one hand. You wash your dog, you massage it at the same time. You don't have to splash and carry.
How many animals do you have?
I have 5.
5 animals. Dogs, cats, horses?
Yes,
all
I have
of the
3
above.
dogs, 2 cats, a horse, and a duck that lives outside.
A duck that's outside. Oh, come on. He doesn't live in your bathtub. Okay, so you're a big user of this product. You love it, but we put it to an even more stringent test.
We did.
We went to a local animal shelter, a life-enhancing animal shelter who does not practice euthanasia. And so you can imagine all their workers and volunteers that have to shampoo a lot of animals. Let's see what their experience was like.
Hi, I'm Susan Singari, Balancing Act Field Correspondent, and I'm standing outside the Tri-County Humane Society in Boca Raton, Florida. This is a no-kill, not-for-profit organization dedicated to saving animals in 3 counties: Broward, Miami-Dade, and Palm Beach. They never refuse treatment for any animals in their care, and they need help from you, the public, to keep saving lives and helping find homes. Sponge Tech donated the sponges that they're using here today at the animal shelter, and we feel really good about that because it's helping keep the animals clean and healthy so they can be adopted into a loving home. Animal shelters like this one require private donations from people like you. At this shelter alone, it takes almost $50,000 a month to keep the doors open. So won't you please donate to this one at either tricountyhumane.org or an animal shelter of your choice.
Oh, that looked great. Looked like those dogs were having fun with the massage beads. I think
They
that's
were
the part they
enjoying
liked the best.
themselves.
Yeah, they love it.
Okay, how can we find out about this sponge?
Well, you can find this and the auto sponge at www.spongetech.com.
SpongeTech.com.
T-E-C-H.
T-E-C-H.
Yes.
SpongeTech.com. Lauren, thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having
What a
me.
treat.
Thanks.
Next, more on a healthy bread that your kids will eat and actually love.
Welcome back. Up next, we're talking about our own children's nutrition. Did you know that according to the USDA, over 61% of children ages 2 to 17 are not getting enough fiber, not even close to the recommended daily amount?
Wow, that is a serious number, Wendy. And, you know, we've learned a poor diet lacking in fiber and other important nutrients could lead to some pretty serious health consequences down the road.
So the question is, what do we pack in our kids' lunch boxes? How can we make them healthier? And since we all know that kids like to eat not necessarily what's good for them, we have to find creative ways to get more nutrition into our kids. Back on our show today is nutritionist Dr. Karen Kretina to discuss this subject with us. Hi, Karen.
Hi. Karen, good to see you. And I know we
too.
talked about, you know, creative ways. One of my creative ways was when my child wouldn't eat his whole wheat bread. I said, I'll give you a shot of whipped cream right out the can, ready whip in your mouth if you'll eat it. He ate about 3 pieces, gave him the whipped cream. Probably not the best way to go about to getting
Actually, this might be an easier way of doing that. Because this bread, you know what you're talking about is kids tend to be resistant for the whole wheat
exactly
bread,
what
right?
happens.
The
Yep,
taste of it they don't tend to enjoy. And this product actually tastes, this white wheat bread tastes and feels, has the same texture of white bread. So kids are really responsive to it, and yet it has the same nutritional value as whole wheat bread.
So you brought us an example, the Nature's Own white wheat bread. Why is fiber so important? It's white, so the kids will love the taste, but it's high in fiber. Why is it so important to our health?
Well, this sandwich made with this has 5 grams of fiber, which is a wonderful source of fiber, and that helps a child's intestinal health, as well as helps them feel full longer, which can help them more successfully manage their weight.
You know, sometimes we have to play sneaky chef to get our kids to eat what we want them to eat. Is this a good idea to do this?
It's really good to help have your kids involved with the eating process.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of getting kids involved, we have some children
Oh,
here today.
yes.
Hi, kids.
Hello.
Hi. And they've got their own Nature's Own white wheat bread over there, and they're going to make some healthy sandwiches. It is fun to put them to work making their own food.
And get them in the kitchen involved with healthy nutrition helps. It goes a long way to creating a healthy adult eventually.
You have some good ideas here, too.
I love these ideas.
Ways to make food creative. Is that sandwich have olives for eyes?
This is the old man in the hat sandwich with several different vegetables
Radishes
on there.
for a nose and mouth?
That's so cute.
Yes, and then the little lettuce leaf for the beard.
I like that. And you know what? I love this. Now, this looks like it's got like peanut butter and something else going on
That's
in
actually
there.
peanut butter and apple sandwich.
Oh,
Yes. So you just
great.
finely chop up the apples and mix it in with the peanut butter?
Yeah,
Oh,
or
great
you can,
idea.
it's even easier if you just spread the
Slices.
peanut butter and put a few apple slices on it.
And then just put it on
Yeah,
top
and then your
and-
child can take a cookie cutter like they're doing over there and make a little round sandwich out of it. So it's a lot of fun for them.
A lot of great ideas.
And your grilled cheese sandwich, I
Oh, I love that.
Oh, yes, to make the funny face grilled sandwich.
And that looks like it's something quick and easy to do,
Yeah.
but it gets the kids involved, and it, you know, they really want to eat it.
And it's
after
going to put a
that.
smile on their face. You know, you put it down, they're going to enjoy that.
Now, this bread tends to be as high in fiber, but taste like the bread kids love, white bread.
Traditional
it's also
white
a little
bread.
higher in protein, I was reading on the label.
It's a little bit higher in protein, and the whole sandwich, when you make a sandwich, has 5 grams of protein. And as y'all mentioned, you know, our kids aren't getting enough fiber. So this is a great, you know, alternative for that.
Wonderful idea to get them to eat healthy and get the kids involved, playing and do all the things that they're doing to make their sandwiches and their healthy foods.
It's a great job they're doing over there and cutting it into
and
shapes.
they're so cute too.
You're welcome to eat it too, kids, because it sure looks yummy.
Oh, you didn't have to tell them that.
Karen, thanks so much
Thank
for being
you,
with us
Christy.
today.
Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. Dr. Karen Kretina.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for joining us today on The Balancing Act. Coming up tomorrow, is it a boy or a girl? Why rely on predictions? An at-home test can give you accurate results in as early as 10 weeks into your pregnancy. Also, we welcome special guest, world-renowned choreographer Margot Sappington. And Yvette shares some important skincare information for your dog. Take care, everybody.
Air travel for The Balancing Act provided by Southwest Airlines.